Hey, welcome back to Two Super Guys Trade Stocks. I'm Dylan.
And I'm Benny.
And Boeing is having a very rough time in the market. But as Warren Buffett says, be greedy when people are fearful and fearful when people are greedy. So is this a time to buy and take advantage of Boeing's mishap? We'll talk about it. Two Super Guys Trade Stocks.
I'm pretty sure people on the plane were very fearful. That's what
Yeah.
crossed my mind right there.
I am sure. There was a Reddit post. I didn't put it in here, but there was a Reddit post that Vinny sent me of a guy asking, theoretically, is it insider trading if you bought puts while you were on that plane? That would be, it's pretty interesting.
There was a YouTube lawyer that did a response to that and basically said, nope, that would not be insider trading. You just had a advantage in terms of information.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah,
awesome.
you're not an
So
insider.
I don't want to spend too much time. Enough time has gone by. Everyone knows most of this. So Spark Notes, for those of you who don't know what Spark Notes are, I don't know. They're just quick notes. Plane door flies off. It was loose bolts. 171
Or
total
missing.
MAX 9 planes grounded. 144 in the U.S. United says it found they have like 70 in their fleet. Found it other loose bolts and other planes. Won't name an official number. I saw a leak from different sites that had upwards of 10 plus so far.
Perfect. Yeah.
So 10 other planes would or could have had the same problem. Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
what we're not going to get into, we're going to focus on stocks. There's a whole like drama thing going on with Boeing and their partner Spirit Aero. It's not important for
Yeah.
what we're doing, but there's like a lawsuit, and then there's other people claiming them of negligence and that they care more about pushing products down the line instead of quality and all that stuff, right?
Absolutely.
Which I actually will address the last part at the end. Here's Boeing, about 5 year timeline. Okay, so you can see they were chilling pretty high up here. Then we have
Yeah.
a little bit of a COVID crisis plus some other things at the same time.
Exactly.
And you can see they were hanging out between this like 185, 220 region for quite a long time. Let's just
Mhm.
zoom in a bit. You can see we really fairly respected these lines that I drew. And then we had an unbelievable tear. Okay?
Mhm.
Like
That's
unreal for the last 2 months.
yeah. Just recently, exactly. They
Yeah,
finally broke out of that channel.
crazy. And then, man, we are almost right back. The blue is the 200 moving average. The dashed gray is the 100 moving average.
Okay.
Big support.
Yeah. I don't trust it though.
I don't
I,
either. It's falling very
yeah.
quickly.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. I was like, ooh, I was like, is this a time the sport's going to hold or not so much?
So there is, I don't necessarily think it's worth buying at this price, but I'm going to play devil's advocate against myself because we all know there was two specific crashes that caused the planes to be grounded for like, was it 2 years?
2 years, yeah.
2 years, right? So it's these two crashes here. These are the dates as well. So 189 died in Indonesia. 157 died Ethiopia. These were the same things where it's like the plane's going and then all of a sudden just angles down and everyone's like,
Yeah.
what happened?
Yeah,
Right?
this is that MCAS system activation that they never even told the flight crews was a system that they installed on it to deal with like kind of pitch control issues with the new more powerful engines that they installed on the Max series.
Really cool to not tell the pilots. Um, so oddly enough, the first one happens. It, you don't really lose. You had like a day where you lost like 8%. It came right
Mhm.
back, weirdly
Yeah,
enough, right? Then the Ethiopia one happened. Then they grounded. You can make the argument that they never recovered from this because this candle right here, you can see my mouse, right?
uh-huh.
That's actually their high. So,
That's their all-time high.
yeah.
Wow.
Now, this is before, okay? This is 2013 Russia and early 2014. This is that Malaysian flight that got lost. So
370,
Russia,
yeah.
yeah. You can see once again 50 dead, not the pilots, not but it was completely Boeing's fault. No problems, right? They had a bad month and then it
Yeah.
came back right back up. Malaysia, Same thing, right back up.
Jeez, man, that's
This is
crazy.
the devil's advocate here is this is just a door. No one was hurt.
True, true. The Malaysian one, obviously, it turns out it's not really their thing. That wasn't their fault. Is all likelihood it was a Boeing 777. I don't know anything about the Russian crash details there. Um,
So that's where this site comes
yeah. Okay.
into play. There's 101 accidents of Boeing, which is terrifying, by the way. Now, granted, they don't discriminate the crashes, right? It's just every problem that's happened that caused a crash.
Hmm.
So like this is since 2000. So like even the one in Ukraine, like 8 years ago, that got hit by a missile. Obviously, clearly not Boeing's fault. It was shot by a missile, but
Yeah. Yeah.
all of them are on there. I tried to just pick like the recent ones that did not have anything to do with weather,
Okay.
just because just unknown, right?
Yeah. Fair enough.
So we're approaching this support. It is just a door. Not that that's not terrifying. I get it. However, there's a reputation issue because they just had 2 years of grounding their planes, and then
Hmm.
the Max plane it's a very important plane of their fleet. I love the 200 SMA bounce. I really do. It's one of my favorite trades.
Okay.
I don't think I'm gonna. I feel more comfortable at like 185. If it can hit 185, I'll buy some shares.
Okay.
I
Interesting.
I just it's also still falling on like decent volume.
Yeah.
This is gonna be one of those, it might bounce off the 200 and follow my rules, but I don't know. I don't like it. Um, the big thing here is this whole accident is going to cost them $2.3 million daily until they figure out
Perfect.
what's going on.
That's pretty cheap and affordable, I think.
Exactly. Here is a pretty good quote. So, under more stringent supervision, the regulator will audit the production line suppliers and consider having an independent entity take over for Boeing certain aspects of certifying the safety of new aircraft that the FAA previously assigned to the plane maker. I gotta be honest here. Why were they ever in charge of that? Should not be Boeing's job. Just separation of responsibilities. They should not be in any way involved in FAA certification for safety.
Yeah. I mean,
That's stupid.
as you can imagine, though, Boeing being the one of the more prestigious companies in the United States of America, and one of the chief exporting companies, they have a certain amount of power when it comes to the federal government. Therefore, they were able to, over decades, kind of manufacture this cozy relationship where they were allowed to self inspect and self audit, and the FAA was really relying upon Boeing information for certifying these airplanes. Because frankly, technology's gotten to a point where in order for the federal government to be able to keep up with the kind of updates and the cutting edge technology that they're putting onto these things, it'd be really difficult, right? Developing a new plane can take, now I think the 777X has been in development for like 13 years or something egregious like that, and it's still not flying like commercial flights. If you added on to that a level of government supervision that was down to the detail of them having to certify every single component, it would make the process even that much more difficult, and therefore stymieing the ability of kind of companies within their country in order to compete internationally. You certainly have a really interesting market where it's a duopoly between Boeing and Airbus right now, and the U.S. has certainly decided that they need to do what they can to help Boeing control as much of the market as possible. Right? It's in their best interest.
I mean, Airbus doesn't have a lot of these issues. They weren't grounded for 2 years. And just to make this point, with what you just said, they're essentially big pharma of planes.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so
that's a good way
great.
of describing it.
Perfect. So they're big pharma for planes. So they give the information to the FDA about how the drug is safe. They're like, yeah, no, it's
Mhm.
completely cool. Don't look into it.
Yeah,
Dope. All
that
right.
happens. You know what? One other quick point I want to make too. When you talk about that MCAS system and how they never told pilots they installed it on the Max series, that with this door flying off, the cockpit door flew open. Did you hear that detail about
No.
this? No. So the cockpit door flew open, and the crew was like, "Why did that happen? That's weird." And Boeing was like, "Actually, it's supposed to happen in explosive decompression like that." And they were like, "Why didn't you tell us? It's not in the flight manual."
Cool.
So they're
Dope.
still doing the same crap by not actually telling flight crews things that they want to
Cool
know.
info.
Plus, they just give every like would be hostage taker the playbook on how to get the cockpit door open. Brilliant.
Yeah. Cool. So
Yep.
basically, people's lives are not as important as a bottom line. I get it. It would be it would be a more stringent process. It would take more time. It would take more money. I would care about people's lives more. I don't
Yeah.
know.
And they frankly they failed at both. They're not delivering bottom line profits either.
Yeah, they're not doing great.
Yeah.
I agree.
No.
So
Perfect.
185 is what I'm looking for. If anyone was thinking of taking this trade, we never want to tell you what to do. It's fallen real quick. I don't want anyone to take this because they remember me saying that the 200 SMA bounce is effective. No, no, I don't like this one. So, but
Yeah.
let me know if you do take it. Put it in the
All
comments.
right. Yeah. Catch you next one.